trying to hide that, but it's basically a
You
Chinese.
gotta put a supersonic logo.
Yeah, a gin logo on it. Absolutely.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the EGT Canada podcast. I'm your host, Alain and my co-host, Patrick Fournier. And now we have a new co-host as well, Marc-Antoine Landry. So for the last episodes, we've been two guys, and we have now a third guy. For those who don't know him, he usually does the broadcast in French and on Wednesdays, and he tries to kick some ass on Fridays.
Especially
Does he?
Patrick's one.
Yeah. Does he?
Just trying.
He did beat me in the championship last year.
Well, he's always been there, like always on the top 4, top 3 even, I think.
Top 3, except the BMW season, like the very first
The
one.
GT4. Yeah,
And the GT4 one. Yeah, the GT4 one, obviously for the reasons, but yeah,
We're-
absolutely.
We're going to get back to those as well.
Perfect.
Yeah. So, Marc-Antoine, tell us about you a little bit. How you
Yeah.
started sim racing, and how you got into EGT and everything.
I
Let
How you
everyone
got into
know.
sim racing, actually?
Yeah. I think that's the craziest part. Like, I've been into cars for so long. My mom bought me Need for Speed Underground 2, and I just went crazy on cars. It was that thing where I was seeing like a Miata in the street, and I was just like, oh my god, look at that car. And I was playing hockey at that time, like it was just like kind of like a sideline, and it developed it into Forza Motorsports with a controller. Then I asked one of my friends, he had like a hold steering wheel in his basement. It was not even force feedback or anything, and it was just lying there. I was like, man, can I take it? Like, you're not even using it. He's like, not too sure. And I just like, please, man, like, I just want to try it out. I tried it out on Live for Speed, and I fallen in love with sim racing right away with that. If you guys don't know what Live for Speed is, it's basically the very best first sim they ever did.
Yeah.
Crazy tire model, crazy suspension model, a lot of tweaking
Awesome
you can
cars.
do. Yeah,
Super
awesome
cars.
cars. Yeah, like you
And
could
what
play
year
in
was
the
that, though?
dirt. Oh man, it's an old one, right? So,
This is
I'm an old one as well, so
so Patrick, you know, Google right now, Live for Speed. But
yeah.
yes, and
So
then
that's the beginning.
yeah, that's the beginning. I would say with the wheel, right? Because the controller side of things were always there. Forza Motorsports 1, 2, 3, not name them.
it's not the same with the controller. We go through joysticks like crazy, and we break our thumbs trying to drive. It's
Yeah.
a way better having a rig and everything.
Oh, absolutely. But
Yeah, but
you're still
it's-
memorizing the tracks, right? You're
Exactly.
still
Yeah.
like knowing where to brake, where to go. Even if Forza didn't have a good representation of the track, you kind of knew where to go. So
Yep.
it wasn't too bad. And then I bought a Logitech G920. And I kept playing Forza with it, basically. I played Forza Horizon 3, Forza Motorsport 6, 7. It was just a lot of fun. And then
So you're on Xbox when you started.
yeah, exactly. Not even on computer. So still on Xbox. And then I bought Assetto Corsa on Xbox. And then
Okay.
things started to kick in. I was like, oh, this is different. This is a complete other game. Laser scan track. Car that all feel different on the force feedback. I fallen in love. I was playing this game on the Nordschleife every single night, just trying to get a better lap time. It was crazy. And then I heard that you could have mod on the computer. You could have like
which you couldn't
Special
do on the
cars,
console.
special tracks. Yeah.
yeah, you couldn't do on the console. Exactly. So that's what got me into getting a computer and actually modding Assetto Corsa, getting more cars, more track, getting Toge that is like the initial D kind of like track,
Yeah.
like mountain passes and stuff like that. And I just this is where it kicked in, and to this day I still have like almost 4,000 hours in Assetto Corsa on computers. So for me, this is my first love. This is what I like. This is what I enjoy, and the goal was to do that, and then try to do it in real life. Try to go on a track and experience it in real. But it's so much money. It's so much effort to
Yeah, it's
go there.
expensive.
Exactly. So I
And
would
especially
say,
here in Canada with the weather as well.
yeah,
You can only do it for so long, only a couple of months actually. So
And not just the
it's-
fact with the weather. Here in Canada, the problem is there's not that many tracks.
as well.
So
Yeah.
you gotta carry everything for a weekend, and then you have to go maybe like in the next province to be able to do that sport. It gets
Mhm.
really expensive, and then you get a wife that almost calls herself a widow because you're never there if she doesn't want to follow. So like we talked before, it's easier being sitting at home. We get almost the same feeling, less money, more fun. Actually, I think it's more fun. I find it it's different. It's
It's
not the
different.
same.
It's
It's
different.
different. Yeah.
Yep. It's
I mean,
the
nobody
competitive
will.
side exists in sim racing. The
Yeah.
competitive side in motorsport is at a higher level. It's at
Hmm.
a level where the money is it creates a gap, you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
But
You can be
here you can,
talented. You can be talented, but if you don't have the money, there. I mean, there's not much you can do.
you
And
don't get
the opposite is
sponsors,
the
you don't
same.
get
Yeah.
a drive. You see,
Yeah.
if you don't get the sponsors, you're not coming up with a car. That's
yeah.
it. If you want to go competitive. In our case, well, you can just sit down, you just buy a computer and everything else, and we're driving. That's it. And
And the
whatever
guy with the
category.
G29, the guy
Yeah,
with the
exactly.
G29 is gonna kick my butt, even if I have a DD1 and the
He did
sprints
actually.
and everything. Yeah. Well, exactly. That's my point. I'm the
But
living
yeah,
point.
it's crazy. Like you go on our racing, you can race against Morad. You can race and well EGT. We had
Verstappen.
Verstappen, Grenier, all those names. You know, like name them. You're gonna find them on a sim at some point, and
Mhm.
that's what it's cool. It's breaching the two realities, like the sim and the real stuff, just merge together and works together. Because I remember when I got my Miata, the whole summer I drove it, came back on the sim. My friends were like, "Man, you got an edge now. Like, what happened?
What
You like,
happened?
yeah, something happened. Like
Real
you're
life
definitely a little
experience
bit
happened.
quicker. Yeah, exactly. And
It's seat time.
it's seat time, and it's not just that. You're feeling something different. You're feeling the tire. You're hearing the
Mhm.
tires. Your ear lobes have like the little flute that just moves, right?
Yeah,
And you feel the G-force. You feel it through your
yeah.
body. So it's much
and
different.
and the adrenaline is there. I
Yeah.
mean, it does. I mean, of course, if you're in a real car, you're a little bit more afraid of an accident and
Yeah, you
something
don't want to
going.
die.
Yeah,
Survival
exactly,
instincts just they
exactly.
kick in.
But the
But
adrenaline
yeah.
that you get out of it, it's still the same. At
Oh
least
yeah.
it is for me. I don't know for you guys, but for me, it's the
We can
same
push
thing.
more a sim car than we would a real
Yeah,
car.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
Because there's that little limit, that little switch that in the back of our minds, because we're not professional drivers. If we were professional drivers and I'm being paid millions to do this, I'll push that limit that my life will be in jeopardy. But
Yeah.
if it's our own cars, if we're racing for us, and we know we have to go back to work next Monday, so we're not going to push that limit and wreck our car as well.
Yeah.
So there's that little gap that we're not going to push on the real track, but with the sim, we're gonna do stuff we wouldn't in real life, actually.
Exactly.
yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
All right.
But it's
So
I just want to add a little thing. Like
sure, go ahead.
I did a lot of extreme sport like BMX, the scooter you see in the skate parks. I did that, but the first time I went to the track, I'm sorry guys, but I pushed the car like crazy. I didn't think
Really?
about like yeah, I didn't think about
That's
the
because you
security
had
or
too many
anything.
broken bones already. You didn't
Yeah,
care already.
yeah,
You're
exactly.
already done. You're like, even if I break my neck, it's just one more. Who cares?
Too many concussions.
Exactly. But I was just so happy to be there. I was just so
Yeah.
focused. I was like, man, this is all the work, all the sim racing, all the things I've said. I'm like, okay, I'm taking my G920. I'm buying it. I'm moving into the platform. I'm doing sim racing, and then I want all these efforts that I've done to work in real life. And I think it did. I think it did. Yeah.
Of course it
So
does.
I suppose back then you were with a single screen then.
Yeah, absolutely. I was on this big screen I have right now. It's a like a
It's still the same
55
thing.
inch. Yeah,
Right.
I have
You
a big
still have that
55 inch.
G29 or not?
No, I have a Trustmaster. You guys want to see some stuff?
Sure.
I can show you. I
Sure.
just bought this.
Oh, we got a something that no one knows.
I just bought this.
Oh,
Nice.
It still has the Ferrari logo. I need to hide that, but it's basically a
you
Chinese.
got to put a supersonic logo.
Yeah, a gin logo on it. Absolutely. So what happened with this wheel is the back button were not working anymore. So one of my friend did a. I don't know if you can see it, but he 3D printed a piece in
3D
there.
printed, yeah.
Right.
Exactly, just to fix it. And I already had this same wheel, so I just decided to buy this like replica, and now I have
Okay.
like this little Huracan wheel. Same thing for the the stick here, it was broken, so we modified it and made like
As a button,
3D printed
press or switch.
buttons.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
so yeah, I use a Trustmaster. As you can see, it's a
Hmm.
Trustmaster hub, and I have a TSPC. I always had a TSPC after my Logitech, and I have Club Sport V3s as pedals, and I love
Nice.
them. They're so nice. For heel
And
and toe, it's the best, just the best.
you're part of the VR mafia as well.
VR Mafia, indeed. Yeah, yeah, VR Mafia.
So I think having the VR gives a big advantage on me actually with triples, because if it starts raining, you don't get that splash in the window, do you?
You do get the
Yeah,
splash in the
yeah.
window. It's the
I guess that.
guys. I would say it's the guy that use hood view. If you use hood view, you have an advantage in the rain. Absolutely.
Okay.
There's
I
another
thought that
advantage you
there
can
was
get.
no rain at all because you
Oh
didn't
yeah,
have
no,
the windshield. You didn't. It was not in your face, and I thought it was a completely different vision with the
mhm.
VR than me in triples with the rain.
No, it's the same. We're on a equal footstep, I would say, in the rain.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's with the
Well,
guys
not
that do
really.
hood
Well,
view.
in the rain, yes, but your pillars in the car that we have on both sides, you can just move your head and look around it, which
That's
we
probably
cannot.
yeah, that's probably why I used the Huracan this season, right?
Mm.
Because I heard the guys on single screen hate that car. You
You
just
don't
have
see
a
Even on
anything.
big
triples,
pillow.
even
Yeah,
on
even on
triples, we
triples.
hit
Yeah.
them. The Lexus
Okay.
is almost the same because the pillar is so freaking huge. We don't see the apex on the left.
Yeah.
We see the
Yeah.
apex on the right, but not on the left.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Some cars like that.
there's advantages to the VR over the single screen
Yeah.
and triples as well. Yeah, it's and
I'd be
everything is
looking in
3D.
the back of the car all the time, though.
Oh, honestly, every time you get into for the first time in a car, you do that. At least I
Oh
do. I
yeah.
look around and I'm like, it's
Look
cool.
around.
It's got so
Yeah,
much
Where's the
detail.
where's the extinguisher? Just in case. Where is it?
just in case.
And that's the cool thing also about Assetto Corsa, the first game, that the interior details of the street cars, wow, just
Mm.
wow, so
Yeah,
nice.
But
yeah.
since you were playing a lot of Assetto Corsa, what got you on ACC then? Is it because of
Just
EGT?
yeah, just a big fan, to be honest, a big fan of Kunos and what they've done like throughout the years, the dedication they have. I got the chance to go to E3 with my work, and I met the guys at Kunos there.
Oh,
It's
nice.
the first time they presented ACC, and I got to talk with them, and I could see they're passionate. They really, really are passionate, and it was such a good experience. Like this is exactly
They're passionate.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Um, and they were talking about the future. They were talking about what they wanted to do. And I still remember, like, it's crazy because you don't really have impute. They do stuff that they want, right? But I told them like the radar thing in a Assetto Corsa is so useful for someone on a single screen or doesn't have
Yeah.
the peripheral vision. And he was like, "Yeah, we should integrate that to ACC. Like it should be a thing." So he said, I'm probably gonna hire the modder that did the radar thing and maybe work on that." And next thing you know, it's an ACC. So it's cool. They're listening to the people
Yeah,
at
So
least.
it's your fault that we have that then.
Yeah, I mean, it's
it's
so
a good thing.
useful. It's so
Actually,
Yeah.
a
useful.
few drivers should put it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A few of them don't,
Ev-
and
It
we
should be
see it
there
on
by
track.
default.
Yep.
Yeah,
It should be there by default.
I think yes.
Mm.
It also depends, right? I mean, if you got a really good surround sound system, you can hear the car coming next to you.
still.
Yeah.
You're not sure if he's still like at your bumper. You don't know.
Hmm.
He might be like at your wheel or at the bumper. You wouldn't know. And I got the best surround there is. Got both speakers right there, and still, with the headsets and everything, you wouldn't know.
It's
So
hard, yeah.
that radar is good. Even I have
Mhm.
Crew Chief running all the time.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I got the
Yeah.
radar in front of my eyes plus Crew Chief talking to me. So I have
Mhm.
no excuse if I hit somebody. Sorry, Thomas Lavoie. I know I hit him last year.
We all hit each other at some point. It happens. It's racing, right?
You cut me off a few times last year in the rain. I was like, "You little, you son of a gun!"
At Brand's, man,
Yeah,
that GTR was all over the place. Oh man, I thought it was good in the rain. I got kicked. I was just like,
I
okay,
know. I was
it's not
coming. You
that
cut me
great.
off a few times. I was like,
Yeah.
"Damn it! Wait till I get him." But then I just screwed myself over. So wasn't my race.
It was a
Nice.
hard one, man. It was a hard one. Yep.
Uh, so, how did you get into EGT? It was ACC that got you into EGT, or how did that happen?
I don't remember exactly. Oh my god, Alain, it's
That's a good question. We're gonna have to
Probably
get.
Julien online on Facebook or something.
I saw
Uh,
it somewhere like that. I think I saw it somewhere like that. And if I remember correctly, I was looking to get into a league because I love that game. I was just like but the public servers are not what I want.
They
There's
suck.
something
Let's
more
just
to
say
it.
it directly. They suck.
Yeah,
They literally suck.
I
People out
still
there,
go on
they
the
think,
publics though.
really?
Oh yeah, I love
I
public shits. It's
when I
so
go
fun.
there, I just start from the back and
Yep.
just wait for the carnage to happen in the front, and then it's just wait. It's stupid. They all dive in the first corner.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Gonna do a shout out to Bootby, George Bootby. I passed on his stream, and we were doing that. We were doing last the first challenge.
really,
Oh, it was so much fun. But that's what it is. I think public server. It's all about just messing around. I just want
A
to
bit
have
of a
fun.
Forza kind of thing.
Yeah, or you just go with.
Wreckfest.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you go with a bunch of goons, a bunch of your friends, and then you just destroy everyone.
well,
Or
it can
you know,
help you guys to manage traffic, especially I
yeah,
was gonna say stupid
yeah,
traffic. Let's just say
yeah.
because they can't drive too much.
Again,
So
it's seat time.
I,
Mhm.
yeah, I know, but at some point you get people just waiting in corners to revenge hit you because something happened,
Yeah.
and that's not fun. You don't get. I used to just rage quit those races half the time.
Mhm.
So in
You gotta
EGT, you
approach that
don't
in
get
a
that.
different mindset for sure. Like
Yeah,
it's you're gonna get those people that's gonna rage. You're gonna get those people that don't know how to take that corner. But to me, it's like, okay, it's fine. We're just messing around. If we're fucked, and if you message me on the chat and you're angry, I'm just gonna be like, lol, okay,
yeah,
like it's it. But
See you
yeah,
later.
yeah, exactly. It's just
yeah.
different.
I don't see him again. The difference
Yeah.
with EGT is that we talk to each other every day,
Hmm.
so we know who's who.
Fair enough.
And even if I like bump his ass, let's just say at one corner, and the rest of the week I gotta endure him laughing at me on Discord. So all of that, it creates some kind of respect between people. So when we're on the track, it's the same. You look around and you go, I know him, I know him, I know how they drive.
Yeah,
So
you know who you trust, and
yeah,
if something happens, the guy is gonna come and he's gonna go like, my bad, it's my fault, or the way I saw it, I had a chance and I went for it. I hit you, but it wasn't my intention to hit you.
Hmm.
It's that camaraderie that gets the Discord going. Yeah.
oh for
Absolutely.
sure. It's been what 3 years since you ran out of gas and you lost a race, and we're still on your ass for that
No,
one.
it was last month.
3 years ago. There's a few that will never go away, and you're part of that one.
Well,
Uh,
I'm
So
famous. What can I say?
yep.
Yeah. So tell us about you had the chance to race with some of the really top guys last year.
yeah.
You had the chance to be with Ismail Abrek, Daou, and Joe Bovin.
Mhm.
You guys were doing the Team Graton on the Endurance Cup,
Yes.
and you actually did well.
We did pretty well. We did pretty well. We approached this as like having fun again.
Yeah.
I know these guys were doing practice every single day. They were working on their setup every single day. The Elvis Gratton team was not about that. We were just here to enjoy. We took the car that no one took again, the Honda. Not a single Honda in that championship. We know we could have a good result at Bathurst, and that's where our main
That's where
focus really. Yeah,
that one you really wanted to compete.
yeah,
You
exactly,
And it was
exactly.
an advantage for you already because you were driving the Honda that season as well.
Yes, absolutely. And I think as the I'm gonna say it like that, the weak flag of the team, it was the best option for us anyway. So having already experience with the car, it was just like, okay, Mark's gonna have a good time anyway, right? So yeah, we approached batters with that mindset. We did well. I think we finished fifth or sixth, something like that. Best result during the whole World Cup, basically.
Best driver, Jonathan.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Drive of the day, drive
Yeah,
of the World Cup, guys. Come
I
on,
think
like
they named him
yeah.
driver of the day twice.
yeah. Oh yeah, man. I mean,
But I mean,
also
Bathurst was
yeah,
the craziest one. I think
yeah.
That's, it's just lap after lap after lap, and he was
Mhm.
like, "You
It's a
cannot."
robot.
I
It's a
mean,
robot.
it's Joe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man. It's the track that me and Joe just freaking love, and
yeah.
you're gonna see it. Yeah, I think it proves it. The first race of the season, I think
Yeah,
the result
first and
proves
third.
it. Yeah, I think it's a track that we just love. We also had a good chance of a good result at Donington, but things didn't go as planned. The DT came really fast. We couldn't really keep up with that. We had a bit of issue with hitting, like some people hit us. Really stupid stuff, honestly. I remember Ludo got hit pretty weirdly, and it was just a big mistake from the other guys. We could have a good result. Spa was harsh as hell. It felt where we were like in a GT4 cars compared to the rest of the grid, to be
I
honest.
remember.
Yeah, and we decided to skip Nürburgring because we were actually partying a bit, and we decided I had track and time that day, the day after, I think. Yeah, and I decided to focus on that
Yeah,
basically.
life.
Yeah,
Weird
life,
life.
exactly, life, exactly. But man, like such a great experience. I
Yeah,
cannot just praise how good these guys are and how much I love them because they are such a cool little gang of people. And
yeah,
to me, Ismael, Ludo, and Joe are just always going to be in my heart. Like these guys, we did something crazy, and it's just always going to stay like that, right? So those are, to me, those are my teammates. Those will always be the team I want to enjoy with. Yeah.
mm,
Yeah, we got Ismail and Ludovic that aren't with us this season. Hope
Hmm.
they come back really soon, because it's always good to have all four of you
we're
guys
hoping.
racing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ludo,
I'm not
Ludo,
home.
Ludo,
I'm
especially Ludo, Ludovic. You gotta freaking come back, man. Come on.
any rocker metalhead likes the sim racing, of course, gonna come back.
Yes.
It's just a question of time. Sometimes it happens. Like me, I needed to take a break from it. Not because I wanted to, just because I had to. And mentally, it helps as well. And physically, then you want to come back because you don't want to burn yourself doing this, because it takes a lot of time.
Yeah,
And we invest a lot of time in this. People think it's just like a game. People, when they look at me, they go, "Well, you like playing your little game." I say, "Okay, come and sit down at the rig and good luck.
Yep.
yeah,
Absolutely.
Tell me if you can make one lap, just one lap, and let me know."
without
And
crashing.
yeah, exactly. Well, we can crash because we've crashed plenty.
Hmm.
So that's part of the learning curve. But this isn't a game, so at some point you need to take a break from it. Just
Yep.
back a little bit, and then, because the competition, like you said, could you imagine at that level having all fours for how long were those races you were doing? Those
Uh,
endurance races?
Endurance. So
the
there was 12 hours
Is
of
it?
battles,
Yep.
wasn't it?
Bathurst was 12 hours. Spa was at 24.
Yeah,
Donington was at 12.
Kielami?
And yeah, Kialami, I completely forgot about that
9 hour
one.
Kyalami, like
Yeah,
the real race?
something like that.
Uh,
Yeah. 9 hours. That one
yeah,
was pretty cool too. It was a lot of
they
fun.
were over 8 hours, so, I
Isn't
believe.
it Kyalami 9 hours?
It's
Yeah,
supposed to be the nine
they're
hours.
over 8 hours.
Oh yeah. All
Yeah,
over 8. Yep.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It was fun. Oh yeah, I completely forgot about Kialami. That was a really fun one. I don't remember a result, but I think we did pretty well too there. We still made money. That's the crazy part. We made like I think we almost made 150 each or
Having
something like
fun.
that. Having
Having
Nice.
fun.
Yeah.
fun, man. Having
Yeah.
fun and doing what we
And
love.
learning as well, because I
Oh yeah.
mean, I I suppose that you still get became a better driver because of that.
Oh, it's
I mean,
100%, 100%. Like just driving with these guys, following better driver. Man, guys, I still remember at Batters, and I was in between Baldwin and Neil's teammates, like right in between the two guys. It's just like, man, I'm
top
here,
class.
I'm there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
with them. I'm
like
with the
I'm,
top
yeah,
right now.
yeah, exactly. And then
You're almost
keeping,
like, hey, mom, I'm on TV.
yeah, look at me, hey. Keeping the Italian team, the ferry team. I kept one of the guy like behind me for the whole stint. I was like, no way, man, no way.
When you got these guys behind you, you just got to step it up. That's it.
Oh,
Step it
absolutely,
up, or otherwise you're
absolutely.
going to be chewed
Yeah.
up in a
Hmm.
second. Yep.
But good luck. The Honda had the straight line speed like crazy. Like
Yeah.
good luck. Just man, it was
I know it
insane.
helps. Even if they're
Yeah.
faster in the mountain, they
Yep.
can't pass you. There's no
No
way they
way.
can pass you. So as
No
soon
way.
as you hit both straight lines, you're gone.
Now we're gonna go into what's coming up. You, as we said, you are doing the broadcasting on Wednesdays. Now for this season, EGT Canada is kind of lucky because a bunch of drivers that you know that you raced against, they came over.
Yeah.
So we got a couple of really fast guys thanks to you.
Yeah. I mean, I think the EGT, the way it's built, the way the rules are made, like you said, Patrick, everyone respects each other, and that's what fast driver wants. That's where they strive, and that's where they want to race in. So yeah, I bring a lot of people that I was racing with in other leagues, and I just told the guys like, this is a better league. Like, just come over, try it out. And right now, I think everyone is really enjoying themselves. I love doing the Wednesday. I remember just the first time telling Julien like, I'm gonna do the broadcast for the amateur and silver split, because I remember the first comment about that. Like, if we start dividing drivers into splits, there's going to be people left out of the stream, right? So they're not going to be passing on SFTVs and stuff like that. It was nothing against SFTV. I still love those guys. And it's like, they need to be shown. They still need to have their moment. And even if it's not as serious as the Friday, we can still have fun. And you
It's
guys can.
still serious.
It is as
It's,
serious as the Fridays. You see, both of us reacted at the same time. It is as serious. It's just some of them starting in it, so they're
yeah.
hoping to get to that level. They all want to get up there with us in the top 5, top 10 of
Mhm.
the entire league. But
Yeah.
we have to split them. Even the silver and national. Actually, last race, their fast qualifiers were actually at the same level as the pro ams.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they would have matched in Suzuka. So it's just a question of time, really. The field is so good that we had to split them. It doesn't
Yeah.
mean that they're not good because they are AM class or silver. Not at all. The
Mhm.
quality of the drivers are exceptional,
No, yeah,
actually.
it's not that they're not good or anything like that. It's just that at one point you have to split people. I mean,
Yeah,
there
Yeah.
were over 100, right? So we cannot have 100 something people in one track. I
and
mean,
still it's impressive. 110 drivers within
oh, it's a
3.8 seconds.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
insane. It's insane.
yeah.
It's so
It's
good.
nuts.
That
Yeah.
shows you the caliber of like Quebec and the region around. It's insane. But when I
Mm.
wanted
And
to say about
everybody keeps
fun,
improving as well.
oh
So
yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. But what I wanted to say about fun is more me that is having fun. The guys are driving. It's as serious as it gets.
Yep.
It's just, um, I don't know, the Friday, like, with all the overlays, the replays, the all the stuff like that. Me, I'm
there's a
just
little
like, I
more
have my
to it. Yeah,
game.
there's a little more
Yeah,
zing to it. Yep.
exactly. Me, I just have my game, my overlay there, and I just talk
Yeah,
with
you do
Olivier.
everything. It's a
Yeah.
Yeah.
totally different ball game. You
Uh-huh.
stream, you broadcast, you do everything on your own.
Hmm.
Yeah,
So
exactly. It's like the Friday broadcast. I mean, we're four people that are working on the broadcast.
Hmm.
yep.
While on Wednesday, you're pretty much by yourself. And while we're lucky, you have David the past races, and
Yeah.
last season you had Olivier. So but still, you're doing the whole thing.
Such a
Yep.
bunch of gentlemen. Hey, David and Olivier. My God, you guys also in my heart. Not
Mm.
gonna lie, love those guys. Yeah, but I can wait. We have a revelation for the next guy that's gonna be doing
Yep.
the Wednesday. Don't want to say anything, but still, that's gonna be a lot of
It,
fun,
it's
right?
gonna be announced soon. It's gonna be
Yeah,
announced.
it's gonna be announced.
Well,
And
we can say something right away about Marc-Antoine though. He's taken on another role as well. He's going to start
yeah,
coaching the drivers at the same time, doing all of this.
Mhm.
So, how do you expect being able to help everybody with your busy schedule? Let's just call it that.
Yeah, that's what it is. Really, we talked about it a few days ago. Um, I think it's just going to be to again bring more people to the league, bring more people to the higher levels of the sports, basically.
quality.
Quality, exactly, quality. Just learning. Um, I'm not crazy with setup. That's just all I'm gonna say. But I love coaching in terms of actual mindset, what the driver is doing, coaching the guys not doing too much of the car. And I think that's what the lower driver needs. And then when you start to go higher, then you need to start thinking about setups and everything.
Yeah,
But
but in my mind,
yeah,
your job as a coach is not to show them how to set up the car, it's to show them how to drive the car.
that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. It's a part two. If the setup is messed up, you got to do
Yeah,
something.
of course. Yeah.
But it's fun because Motec is really interesting. RST also racing sim tool is really interesting. It's fun to compare. It's fun to say like, oh, look at that. Look at what you're doing. And even we talked about this too, Alain. I think sometimes it's even your brake pedal that is not set right, and we
True.
only see it
Mhm.
from Motec. So it's really interesting to go through that. Also, the car choice is really interesting. Like, does it fit your driving
Your
style?
driving style. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
are you doing the right things?
I mean, do you
Yeah.
drive a Porsche because you want a Porsche, even if you're better with another car? Is that what you're saying?
Is he talking about me?
You just need a broken setup like Simon's, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about those broken setups. I just heard about those. And I was like, what? I didn't do those? What the hell's going on? Well, I
But
won't
yeah.
start talking about the Porsche. I've been accused a few days back, I think today as well, of opening up like a Porsche gate that we only want Porsche drivers. No, see, we like a guy like Marc-Antoine who likes to torture himself with different cars that shouldn't be competitive, but actually are.
Oh man, I love how
Snubs.
you said that. Torture yourself, because I feel like I'm torturing myself. Not gonna lie.
What the hell were you thinking with the GTR last year? Really? Was it because your friends, let's just say, like, we were saying, like Jonathan and all of
Joe,
these guys
Daoud.
were handicapping themselves with a B car? I'll call it that, a B
Yeah,
car.
yeah.
So
GT
did
three
you
point
choose
five.
that? Yeah, but did you choose a GTR because of that? Because you
Absolutely,
wanted to be on the same level as they were?
absolutely. And I knew that I couldn't drive the 650s as good as them. I would probably been messing around with the pro-ams. So I did. I just said, I like the GTR. My friend Isaiah Byers knows from top to bottom how to set up that car, and that's what I did. I took that car because of that. But
I
I
knew
found
you
out.
cheated. I knew.
I'm not cheating. I'm just bamboozling myself all the way, like Lamborghini
I
on
know.
the GTR. But it's crazy. Like I found this car has maybe not the pace in qualification, but damn, the race pace.
The
Like,
race.
what is this? It doesn't go through its tire. It just keeps going. It does the same lap time over and over again. It's a great car. It's a I when you watch Aris stream, everybody's like, make the GTR better, make the GTR better because everybody loves the GTR.
Yeah.
But there's a way to make it good. But it would be cool to have it competitive. That's what I'm
Hmm.
thinking. But it is what it is.
Well,
BOP.
you
BOP.
made it competitive last year. Yeah. Well, you
Pretty-
made it competitive, so it was a pain trying to keep you in the back. So I don't want them to make that car more competitive. It's good enough.
but it's interesting, right? Because it's faster everywhere where you're not. So like
Yeah.
you, Patrick, you had the braking, the cornering, the corner exit, but then in the straight, that thing was weird. Like it was just
Sucks.
pulling.
Yeah.
I was looking at the Brands Hatch race, and I was just looking at when we come out to the back straight where it starts to go down
Yeah.
like this. The GTR just keeps pulling gears
Yep.
after gears. It's weird. Like it keeps going forward. It's yeah.
Kind of like in Forza, right? Or just shifting up and
Well, yeah, but it
Yeah.
looks a bit like rubber bending, but it's not rubber bending. It's just the car keep moving forward. It's
I
yeah.
think Alain meant Fast and Furious, so they keep shifting all the
Oh
way
yeah,
to
they
yeah.
keep yeah, yeah.
25th, 25 gear, 26, 28. Let's go.
No, but yeah. So you had an interesting season last season with the GTR, and now you have the Lambo.
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely. You like to torture yourself.
Absolutely, absolutely. But that also comes from a set of Corsa. I love every cars, which is it could be a mid-engine, it could be a front engine. Um, Two of my favorite cars to drive was the Lotus Exige. So
Oh,
that car
nice.
is finicky, right? It's a bit understeery, but you can push it.
That's a
And
cool car.
also,
Yeah,
yeah, exactly. And then I love the AE86. So for me, it's just I just love driving cars. That's it.
A86. Which one is that?
AE86, the
I got
Toyota
Toyota.
Trueno, yeah,
Toyota.
Trueno
That's what I thought. Okay,
drift,
AE86.
Toyota.
drift,
Yeah.
drifting car
Very
mostly.
yeah, well, very interesting because it's got a solid axle at the rear. So basically, what you're doing, you're turning the car into the corner and then you counter steering right
Yeah,
away.
Yeah.
So
catching
it's
it.
very interesting. Yeah, exactly. And it's so much fun. If you guys didn't try it on a Assetto Corsa, go get the 86 tune and drive a lap with it. It's interesting, very interesting.
Nice. All right. Well, welcome to the show, and we're gonna have a new guest in next week. Um,
If not next
or-
week, then next week after that, because we keep doing one every week right now, so we don't know
yeah,
anymore.
exactly. But we're gonna try to do it every week. So far,
It looks
people
like
have.
I'm not allowed to bring any Porsche drivers anymore, so I'm gonna have to look for Ferraris or anything else.
Well, we maybe we should bring a Bentley driver. You know.
No, I'm waiting to bring the Bentley driver. We need to laugh at him because the first Bentley driver I want him here is the coach, and we're gonna have a little pit wall. I was gonna say ceremony to make sure that we tell the pit wall that we do love them, even though David doesn't. Uh, I keep mentioning his name. I don't know why
Don't
I
go
can't.
hard on David like that, please. He's such a gentleman. Come on, guys. Come on.
I know, I know. I always said I only make fun of the people I love. So
Yeah,
There you go.
I have to agree.
that's how it
I
is.
have to agree. I have to agree. All right. Well, guys, I think we covered quite a bit already. Is there anything you guys wanted to talk about anymore, or we'll leave that for the next one?
I just want to thank La Distillerie du Quai first, because the guys are
Good idea.
sponsoring me. Yeah, the guys are sponsoring me this season. Supersonic, let's go. And I also want to say, well, again, shout out to the Elvis Grattan team. Love the guys, and yeah, all the EGT Motorsports also, and all the EGT Challenge drivers. Fantastic bunch of peoples. Hell yeah.
Cool.
Patrick?
We'll talk about probably next time about expectations season and everything with the drivers. And since he's doing the broadcast for both classes as well, then we'll ask Marc-Antoine at some point what he thinks about what's going on with all the categories, if he sees people standing out
Oh,
and stuff. So he can be like our, I was gonna say, our wager to figure out what's going on in the lower categories. Let's
yeah.
just call them like that. And since we're doing the Friday nights, both of us all the time, so we're on top of what's going on there. So we can use Marc Antoine to help us with that side.
Yeah, and we gotta
Whatever.
find the Porsche driver in the national and AM class and the
I
silver
got a
class.
few. I got a few.
All
I
right.
don't know if you guys will allow me to have them on, but we'll figure it out. It's gonna start a Porsche club for
There's
those.
already a Porsche club, right?
It's the misunderstood Porsche drivers of ACC. That's what it's called right
Yeah,
now.
I feel more like it's a religion, right? You guys are like all in a circle, praying a certain god, like with like stuff. Yeah.
Of course, the Porsche god. It's the best god there
Porsche.
is. No, once we're with that car, we're stuck with that car. Well, for a few of us actually, I know
Oh
a
yeah.
few drivers will not let it go. I won't. Whatever they do to it, they try and broke it, and I did. No, I'll leave those crazy cars to you. I prefer mine.
Well, thank you again, guys, and well, we'll see you again next week. Have a good night.
Thanks. Bye.